Beyond the Boulevard.
A dream home filled with nightmares. Welcome to the last episode of Beyond the Boulevard, and for this one, I decided to do one of my favorite hauntings. The haunting at Pickfair Mansion. Pickfair was the home to Hollywood's it couple, Mary Pickford and Douglas Fairbanks. Both were extremely influential in Hollywood, with Mary as Hollywood's first movie star, who also worked behind the camera, directing and producing, and her husband Douglas Fairbanks, Hollywood's leading man through and through with acting, athletic, and business abilities. The two were the epitome of Hollywood and Hollywood's social life. Together, the couple produced many films and founded United Artists, an organization in which film industry members could get paid the salary in which they deserved and could invest in and distribute independent motion pictures in the United States. The couple also invested in many properties, such as the Beverly Hills Hotel and the Biltmore. Now, while those two properties are also very famous and very haunted, today we're going to be talking about perhaps one of their grandest and most spookiest investments, their estate, Pickfair. Located in Beverly Hills, California, it was constructed in 1919 by architect Wallace Neff. The home was built for royalty, and royalty they were. They didn't have a pool, no, they had a lake. They had stables, they had 25 rooms, and not one, not two, but 4 stories in their house. You could say it was just the right size for Hollywood's biggest parties. And parties did they have. They had guests such as Helen Keller, Gloria Swanson, Thomas Edison, Eleanor Roosevelt, Charlie Chaplin, Albert Einstein, just to name a few. Now you're probably expecting to hear that after the couple passed away, new owners started to hear and feel the presence of Mary and Douglas, but that is not the case for this home. The Pickfair haunting started right when Mary and Douglas moved in. Yes, this is an old Hollywood ghost story in which the old Hollywood stars were haunted themselves. There were rumors that the property was haunted before Douglas decided to build his home there, but Douglas was indeed a skeptic. In an interview, he said, "I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe Pickfair is haunted, though Mary is sure of it. I'm sure there is some explanation, if we could find it, of the sounds we hear there." Mary, on the other hand, was very convinced that her home was occupied by others as well. She said, "I am a sound sleeper, but I cannot sleep under these noises, which sounded like the tramping of heavy feet. I sat up in the bed and addressed myself to the ghost. 'I wouldn't treat you in this way,' I said. 'It isn't ladylike. I don't expect you to treat me in this manner.'" Pickford then said the noises ceased after. However, she still reported feeling watched, and from time to time she would still hear the woman she would see. This woman was in a white gown, and she was known to cackle. Yes, it got scarier, I know. And later, in 1936, the couple divorced. Mary stayed in the home until 1979 when she passed away, a few months after she received an honorary Oscar. The ceremony included the last shots of her and the home in all of its grandeur. Later, the home was sold to Pia Zadora, Pia Zadora lived in the home with her 2 kids. Pia didn't believe the hauntings, and although her daughter would say that she would hear things, she thought, my daughter has a very active imagination, everything's fine. One night, her daughter ran into her mom's room and couldn't believe her eyes and was trembling of fear. She told her mom that as she was laying in bed, she looked up because she heard a woman laughing. And what she saw was a woman standing at the edge of her bed in a white gown, laughing at her. The same woman Mary Pickford saw all those years prior. When she told her mom this, she still didn't want to believe it was true and just thought, it's a new home. My daughter's just scared. They invent these things. But she knew that her kids were a little bit shaken up and let them spend the night in her bedroom just to possibly quiet down their fears. However, that didn't happen. While they were asleep, Pia started to hear whispering. She opened her eyes, and what did she see? But a woman standing at the edge of her bed in a white gown, laughing at her. Pia was frightened. Her 2 children saw the apparition as well, and barefoot and all, they ran down the stairs, got into the car, and started it and went away. Pia said that as they got in the car and she turned on the engine, she took one last look at her home, only to see the woman in the gown standing in the doorway, laughing as they drove away. This story always gives me the chills, and it was such a great piece of Hollywood history and Hollywood ghost history. However, when Pia sold the home to a former Lakers owner, the owner demolished the house. It was a very sad and big loss to the community of Hollywood and Los Angeles' historical society. And although Pickfair is gone for good, we still have the ghost stories and the memories today. I hope you enjoyed this series, and thank you for watching Beyond the Boulevard.